Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Gurnoor, and if you're new here, welcome. So today I want to show you guys a little video on some study hacks and some tips that you guys can use, because I know last time I made this was like around 2 years ago, and I have a lot of new tips and tricks since then. So continue watching if you guys just want to know how to ace every single test of yours. Also, my credentials are that I study literally almost every single day, all the time, and I know it sounds nerdy, but trust me guys, I think that the best feeling is seeing an A, a 90 on your paper, and also knowing every single question on your test. And I also go to a private school, so trust me guys, I know ball. First, I just want to kind of start off with some things that I like to do before to start preparing myself for a test. So number one is getting a good night's sleep, guys. Getting like 8 to 9 hours of sleep, oh my god, it helps me so much. I know I shouldn't be talking because I have the worst sleep schedule ever, but trust me guys, I feel like when you guys have like a good sleep, things just process in your brain so much better. It is so much easier, and I feel like you will just automatically feel like so much less stressed out and feel so much less anxious. I think also making sure that you eat a really good breakfast, you eat really well the day before. I feel like this helps so much guys. Trust me, it works so well because I feel like your body is filled with good energy, which will help you so much more and you think so much faster. And also just making sure that you're able to do something like not like so stressful before, like meditate, do some yoga, calm yourself down, because I do know that so many people get anxiety like me before tests. So just calming yourself down, taking a deep breath will always help you so much. So the first tip that I want to give you guys is acting like your test is tomorrow. And let me explain what I mean by this. So basically what you do is whenever, like first my school, basically they always tell us when our tests are basically like 1 or 2 weeks before. So whenever you're able to like get the due date of when your test is, and if they post a unit review or they post any type of units that you have to study, always make notes of those units beforehand. Guys, trust me, it is so helpful. So first make all your notes and obviously sort them by category. So I like to basically I will like go from the first unit that we learned to the latest unit that we have learned, or you can also go from the one that you have to least memorize for and the something that you have to most memorize for. So basically what I like to do is first I will start off with making my notes. I will take my first day to make my notes, and then I will start reading them over the first day, and then actually start memorizing unit by unit on the second day. Depending how many units you have, you can memorize how many pages you would like. Okay, so if there's also like a lot of times where you guys are not going to be like basically memorizing for tests, and let me explain what you guys can do for that. So if you're given a review, or what I like to do is make yourself a review package, okay? Really ChatGPT can really help you out with this, and keep doing the review package over and over again. Or you can also mix up the review package with other questions and stuff like that, but do that consistently for 2 weeks, guys. Even though your test might be not till like 2 weeks, study every single day like your test is tomorrow, guys. By the time it is your test, everything will be so locked into your brain, guys. It will help you so much more. But I feel like another thing that a lot of people have a hard time with is memorizing, so let me show you guys some tips on how to help you guys with that. If you are a visual learner like me, I really recommend making like diagrams or stuff that is able to connect to topics that you're learning. You're making post-note cards and just answering, like making little questions and reviewing those over and over again, especially a few minutes before the test. Also writing small notes and stuff that are most important, things that are going to be definitely on top, like on the test, key topics. And if you're more of like a listener and like watching stuff, I really recommend going on YouTube, finding more videos. I know Khan Academy has really good ones if you're like doing math or science. If you are also like just like searching up videos, or also short videos, believe it or not, help you out so much. And also just making sure that you're able to just like look at, like, also I feel like pictures can like work for everybody if you're like that type of person. Or also I feel like if you turn that, like if you're doing just daily tasks and stuff, I feel like you can put like a voice memo of yourself and record that, and then put it through your earpods or your headphones, and just listen to that throughout the day. Like, this is a key topics. These are topics that you must understand, like certain equations and stuff that will help you out so much. I feel like another study tip that I feel like helps me always is studying in a quiet environment. Whenever I go to a Starbucks nearby or I go to the library and stuff, I feel like that helps me so much. And I also think that with this, I feel like also just studying at different places helps my brain to remember more. Sometimes me studying at the same place the whole entire unit helps me, or sometimes studying at different places helps me the most. I feel like if you're just in a quiet space and somewhere else than home, somewhere that doesn't make you so anxious or like at school or something, it will help you so much to study. I know a lot of people who study with friends, guys. I feel like it depends on what type of learner you are. Personally, I feel like when I study like alone, I study the best. But if you study with friends, I feel like surrounding yourself with people who influence you and people who want to also uplift you will change the way you study. So if you want to study with your friends, you definitely can if that helps you, but it also matters what type of friends you're surrounding yourself with and who can influence you to uplift your goals. If they have the same goals as you and if they're determined to also do as well as you on exams and tests, definitely do that. But if they don't, it really truly matters on if you want to study alone or socialize or truly who you want to surround yourself with. Okay, another tip that helps me a lot is mind maps. Sorry guys, I cannot speak. Okay, mind maps help me a lot. So usually what I do is I make a mind map in the middle, make a little bubble, and then make little sections of what you need to memorize the most. Sections of what you need the help with the most. Keynotes, anything. Mind maps will help you out so much. So the way also you can do this is that you can take your textbook and go over things that you have to make sure that like keynotes and stuff, and take little portions of your textbook and you can paste those onto your mind map, like copy and paste them. And if like rewriting it and stuff, and like stuff that you know that will be on the text, like things that will come from the textbook to your test, always put those on the mind map and memorize them, reread it, do whatever, highlight it. Always use mind maps, guys. I feel like those have helped me so much. Just writing keynotes and stuff will help you out so much. And also another tip that I think is so important is taking back past papers. So basically anything that is a past paper, guys, trust me, it will lead to your current test any way possible. Okay, especially this works really well for unit tests. Take all your past papers, see your mistakes, what you did wrong, go through those papers and check what things that you did wrong the most, what you lost most marks on. Keep doing those questions over and over again and pretend like you're taking the test, basically. So what like really helps me is I take all my past papers, I take the questions that I lost the most marks on, put those on my recent test, that I'm making, and then give myself to first study and then take that test and see how I do, guys. Trust me, this works so well. Okay, every time I do this, I ace all my unit tests because this will work so much better, guys. And also you're just like going through everything that you struggled with, so you won't lose marks on those again. The next thing that has helped me out so much is basically get like a whiteboard or like a paper or something and write out every single thing that you do know. Everything that you know from your unit right now. Okay? Every single thing. Even though it's a little bit, it's okay. Just write everything down. Then on a separate piece of paper, write down everything that you have missed. Then after that, take another paper and write down and study everything that you have missed, and then put all of it together and then just reread it, revise it, anything, guys. This will help you out so much. This will understand what your key strengths are and what your weaknesses are and what you have to focus on for the next few weeks or few days that you're about to take your test. This way, it's not like you guys are only strong in certain parts of your test, but you're also knowing all of the unit and what your weaknesses are and what you truly have to focus on, guys. When I do this every single time, I just do so well. And also, I think it's really important, use different colors or markers so you know what your key strengths are and what your key weaknesses are, and you can be able to revise that throughout your whole entire days of like studying for the test. The next tip might sound a little stupid but works so well every time like I have a science test, a geo test, anything that I have to really memorize, is basically teach it. Okay guys, act like you're going to a TED Talk. Act like you are a professor teaching a university class, a college class, a high school, middle school class, anything. Act like you're a teacher. Act like you are a speaker. Act like you're actually teaching it to an audience. How would you be? Okay, This helps me out so much when I'm memorizing. So whenever I memorize a certain amount of stuff, I will basically like go in front of a mirror and be like, okay class, this is what we're going through today. So the first unit we're going to be focused on, so the first topic we're going to focus on, and anything that you miss, always basically take a piece of paper and go start check marking things that you have gone through. If you miss that certain thing or you don't memorize that certain thing, circle it, come back to it, teach it again. Guys, it works so well, okay? Just read it out, guys. If you keep reading your notes in your head, it will not work out, okay, guys? No matter how many notes you have, read them out. It will help you out so much, and this way you guys can actually like understand, see what you're missing, see what pieces of information you're missing, and go back to it and keep reading it and doing the same strategy all over again. Last but not least is basically going and getting yourself involved, okay, guys? I think it is so important to take initiative and go to your teacher. Ask questions about a unit. Ask questions about things that you don't understand. And one thing that has helped me the most is basically showing my notes to my teacher before tests and be like, okay, not before the test or like a few days before the test, and be like, okay, miss, what am I missing? What can I possibly add? What are things that you know that I can improve for my notes so I can perform better on my test? Or you can also ask for your previous tests or your previous assignments and see like, okay, what are some things that I did wrong that I should probably focus on for this test? This helps out so much, but also shows the teacher that you're actually trying, that you're actually taking initiative in your grades and actually trying to make a difference, guys. Trust me, this will help you out so much. Most importantly, you're literally getting advice from the person who's going to be marking your test. So there's no way that you can get this wrong. And you possibly then know, like, okay, I tried my best, I reached out to the teacher, I asked questions, and I did my best. That is all that truly matters, guys. Just try your best, perform well, do all these tips and strategies, and you know, the rest will just lead its way, you know. Guys, that is all the tips for today. I just wanted to make a short little video for some study hacks and tips. Let me know if you guys would like to see more school related videos like this one. I love you guys so much. Comment down below also what you guys would like to see next. Make sure to follow my Instagram and Threads, because whenever I'm not active on here, I always am active on there. I love you guys so much and have a great rest of your day. Bye.